tracks. Pretty hard to find anything that plays those. Like, you go to Goodwill, you're gonna be lucky if you find a player. I don't think a lot of people even buy 8-tracks as much, but they're out there. And I don't know how they worked, if it rewound or anything. But the big common thing with cassettes was that if they unwound in the player and used the little pencil thing for it, and you know, it's kind of dumb to collect them nowadays because sound is not really that good and they're a little more delicate. And I think they also have an expiration date, you know. They get too old and then they start deteriorating. And if you don't store it right, let's say you just leave the cassette out, like, without being in its original case or whatever, they would, you know, mice will eat them, chew them up, and then you ruin the whole cassette. Let's see here. I recall going to like stores like Kmart, oh crap. Oh damn it, he's right behind me! Did I really do that? What the hell happened there? I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, you go to the Kmart Venture buying cassettes. Has anybody been to Venture? And they used to sell them in like a weird locking case thing. You don't see those ever. Like you can't even go to Walmart to see them. Every store had them. They would lock up their cassettes and CDs in a case. I think I saw one at not Goodwill. What is that? A estate sale. Someone had it. It just had like I think they had a DVD just locked up in one of those store locks. It's kind of odd seeing it. Because you haven't seen it in almost 20 years. I don't know when the last time they really used it. Stores used to lock up their CDs and stuff all the time. Everything used to be locked up. Now they don't even do that. No one's gonna steal it, I guess. But video games they lock up. It's a little different than what CDs were, but yeah, they used to have like a case lock for CDs as well. Just like how they have video games right now. Wasn't always out in the open. Alright, what we got here? We got anything? Yeah. Anything else on cassettes? I don't know. Other than that, they don't play that good. I don't know why anybody would really want them. I mean, if you want to display a cassette, they're really cool to display, I guess. You can have your little album art. Pretty much almost in a frame. Got his ass. And the one thing is, when you're shopping for cassettes, you can see the spines a lot easier on a cassette versus CD. But they don't make cassettes a whole lot. A few bands might sell them at their concerts, and you might see like Taylor Swift sell them. But that's pretty much about it with them. I would not recommend buying them. I don't even remember the last time I really listened to them, but another thing I used to do was I used to get cassettes from the library. I had CDs. Well, both actually. My grandma had the 6-piece stereo. We had one too, but she used hers, and she would bootleg the church tape. Like, for some reason she would just copy the church tape on Sunday that we would get. So they would record the service on Sunday. So my grandma would take it and bootleg it and then give it back to us, and it was like an exchange. You just bring in the church tape. They would record like a bunch of them. I think they used to have like a big tape deck thing. They would record their services on. But I used to go over to my grandma's house, And because she had that kind of double deck recording thing, like sometimes I would record cassettes there, like audiobooks for Harry Potter and all that. And but there was another way you could record music and stuff. I know a lot of people talk about mixtapes. I've never really done a mixtape where you can record it off a radio. You didn't even have to do it like put a recorder to the radio. All you have to do is just put your radio on and then press record with a recordable cassette tape if you didn't break the little tabby off. Do these guys want it or not? What the hell? What the hell? Everybody's fishing and shit. Yeah. So I used to record, like I would get little CDs from the library and I would record them all on cassette. Like you played a CD, or I think you would press record and the CD would automatically start playing and you could record a CD. I used to do that for Will Smith. But I think after a while of having a little Walkman, my parents bought me a Magnavox boombox that had all the fixings, CD, radio, all that. I don't know. It could be, the empty box could still be in my attic though, because for some reason people my parents' age would do that. They would just put the boxes up in the attic, and you have like boxes from 30 years ago just sitting there. Because I had a My Pal 2 box just sitting up in there from Venture, which was like a gift that my brother got. My Pal 2 Electric Boogaloo. It was a cool toy, but oh crap. Damn asshole. You asshole. Yeah. So let's see, anything else I can think of with tapes? I remember we threw away all my dad's tapes after like we were trying to get rid of them for years. Like they were just sitting in the basement and no one was using them. I don't even remember what we had, but we threw them all out. Like one of those bins you see like out in front of stores. Just got rid of it, and like we couldn't even sell it. Of course now people are interested in all that crap. We did that for the records as well. It's like no one wanted them, now they want them. Like, hey, I want to buy all the records now. You got records? Of course, a lot of them are like country, maybe a few Beatles. Yeah, that's what sucks about some of this stuff. All of a sudden, people want to buy it. They're like, hey, you didn't want it 20 years ago. Why do you want it now? You know what I mean? Yeah, so as far as cassettes go, I have a small collection. I don't really play them a whole lot. Yeah. So people used to make mixtapes. I've never actually done it myself. Actually I have, because I used to have a Talkboy. I used to have a Talkboy. Ooh, I don't know which one I want to grab that. Used to have a Talkboy, and then like one day I wanted all my music, and I went to the school picnic. And I can't remember if I did it the old-fashioned way, or like you just play the CD and the radio, and you record it. I think that's how I did it. And then I just put it in my Talkboy, and yeah, took it to the class picnic to listen to my Insane Clown Posse. Hot damn! Wait, didn't they? Oh crap! Didn't they have a car with me? I'm pretty sure I drove a car too. Damn it, maybe it wasn't. I don't know, I'm talking. I'm pretty certain that I had one. I'm like, where the hell did it go? I'm pretty certain I had one. Is this all there? Fuck, what am I thinking here? Yeah, so I think after a while I didn't really use cassettes. Like, we still had some what are those things called? Recordable ones hanging around. I think I dabbled a little bit in it. Like, you know, with streaming, connect makes it a lot easier to make mixtapes, though, if you ever want to do that. Mixtapes. But I never did it, like, during the time frame where cassettes were a big thing. Was that a baddie right there? Damn it! Oh no, he wants to kill me! Why? I didn't kill him! What the fuck? They always want to kill me, but never anybody else. Like, my teammate was down. Why didn't you go after him? I could just use my regular gun. I don't know why I used that. Yeah, but I never made mixtapes. I heard that was a thing in movies and TV, but never thought about doing it like that, you know. Like, I used to record stuff off the radio, but people will say, hey, I used to have to wait all day and then just record it off the radio. Like, well, we could just get it from the library. The library had Will Smith and all that. That's how I did Will Smith. But you used to be able to get music from the library. You still do. I don't know how good it is compared to what it was back then, but it's how we got everything back in the day. Yeah, I used to remember buying cassettes in yard sale for 10 cents, 50 cents a quarter, whatever. I don't even see them. I think CDs you see a lot more. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that I had a lot of my CDs still. Except maybe a few lesser known crap like Now was the thing. Now that's what I call music, which made a album like every week or so. And had a bunch of those. And I don't know why I bought them. I never really listened to them. I collected them, then I sold them off. I'm like, oh, this sucks, because all of it was censored, and I never listened to them. Had a whole bunch of stuff in St. Clown Passy, Kid Rock CDs. You know what was fun is that you'd open them, especially if you got the one with the parental advisory on them, just have a middle finger right on it, show it at people and stuff. But I don't remember when I really got into CDs specifically, but I remember in the early 2000s, I bought a Walkman, I think from Circuit City. They had a brand called Classic, which I think came as a kit. I think it had like a lot of neat stuff you could do with it. I think it had a little inline remote, plug in your headphone. This is a pretty cool thing. I think it came in blue. And I would listen to my music in the bus ride. I had Will Smith, Kid Rock. Did I have? I don't know if I had Kid Rock. But I remember CDs had a lot of cool things at one time. I remember, I don't know if it was Black Friday or a specific day. I went to, I remember I went to Best Buy when Hercules came out. They had Hercules on cassette. I mean, CD. So, like, you bought it and then you got a free CD case for it. I don't know what they call those. Wallet thingy? Yeah, so there's a little case and it had like Hercules on it. Oh crap, there's people here. People coming. Shit. I don't know where I'm hearing like something in the background. I'm hearing... Let's have it done, you know? Yeah. I don't know if they did that a whole lot, but they did a few releases where if you bought the album or some album, you would get something free. I don't know if there was a whole lot of that, though. I think that was more of a DVD thing, if I recall. Alright. Yeah, but I remember a lot of times we'd, you know, be waiting at the store to get in to buy CDs, because that would be like their best time to buy them was when we were a kid. Circuit City at like 6 a.m. in the morning when they